Hello, Peter. Welcome to our studio.
Thank
It
you.
is very nice that you come, and it's a great honor that you are going to share with us your experience. So please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Well, hi, I'm Peter Nixon. I'm a consultant in dialogue and negotiation. I've been in Hong Kong for 30 years. I arrived in Hong Kong with PwC as an auditor. I arrived from Switzerland, and prior to that I was in Canada. But for 25 years I've been running my own business, helping companies set up and grow here in Hong Kong and Asia. At the time I arrived, doing business in China was only beginning, and now of course people come to Hong Kong to eventually move into China. And experience is valuable because you can make a lot of mistakes. And I've made mistakes, and I'm here to share what I've learned.
Thank you very much. Very interesting information. And why you choose Hong Kong? Why Hong Kong?
If you think back to the late 80s, the world was changing a lot. And we saw that change in Europe and Eastern Europe. And we looked at Asia and we said, wow, we should get to Asia now because it's also changing fast. And then the question was, if you want to go work in Asia, where should you go? And you know, Japan is very expensive, it's very Japanese, it's difficult for English speakers or non-Japanese speakers. China was not an option at the time because it was just an undeveloped country. And Hong Kong seemed to be quite easy. It was a British colony. I could work in English, I could understand, and businesses were very profitable here then because of the tax structure, and they needed accountants. And as a chartered accountant from Canada, I was invited to come, and I accepted a 2-year contract. And like so many foreigners that come to Hong Kong, they renew and they stay for a very long time. And it was great. There was no really great strategy other than adventure. We honestly put backpacks on our backs in Canada. We went to visit Europe, and then we came to Asia. And the world changed around us. And we ended up being in a great place at a great time. And we stayed. Every few years we decided, let's stay, because we compared the opportunity of going back to Canada with the opportunity of staying in Hong Kong, and it was always better to stay here.
And what challenges did you meet when you come?
Exactly. A very important message for anyone thinking of coming to Hong Kong and China. You have to recognize there'll be very many more challenges than you face at home. But the positives always outweigh the negatives. But there's been many challenges. You know, the economic crises of bird flu and SARS and coronavirus and the Great Recession. It's endless. But on the other side, the positives are fantastic. It's a great city to live hard, work hard, play hard. It's a great location to visit Asia on a regular basis. The culture is really fun to get to know and live amongst. And there's lots of foreign groups that live in Hong Kong and have a great time living side by side.
And what are 3 tips to become successful in Hong Kong?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I guess first one has to be stay positive. When I first arrived, I was here for a week and I said, this is crazy, I want to go back to Switzerland. And, but I had agreed to stay for 18 months, so I said, you know what, I'll be positive. 6 months later, I was in love with Hong Kong. I just had to give it time. So it's hard to feel at home initially in Hong Kong, but stay positive and you'll see all the good sides. I think a second thing that's very important is to just be open to the culture and make friends with local people. That's true everywhere in the world, but it's, you know, you're in Hong Kong, so you want to understand Hong Kong from the point of view of Hong Kong people, which means make friends, ask them lots of questions, eat in Chinese restaurants, go to all the parts of Hong Kong that other people don't go to, and you'll have a great time. So stay positive, make friends, and the third one is really not hard. You're going to see everyone around you is working hard. So I would say work hard. There's a lot of foreign business people come to Hong Kong and they notice the sign says open for business. It's never closed. You can work 24/7. So work hard, but make sure you take time off to have fun, because tomorrow you're going to work hard again. So don't come here to relax. It's not a place to slow down. It's a place to speed up, work hard, make lots of money, and enjoy life.
And you mentioned about business. What kind of business can be more successful here? What sphere? What can you recommend?
What kind of business works?
Yes.
Well, you know, Hong Kong's famous for finance, professional services, education, and head offices. So industrialized companies that come from overseas have offices set up here in order to do trading through China and Asia. And then you can arrange with your accountants and your lawyers to have tax advantages for the company based here. So Hong Kong's pretty famous for head offices, especially head offices of companies that are listed on the stock exchange and do business in China or across Asia.
Wow, 25 years working in Hong Kong. It's very long term. What highlights you can mention?
Well, it's hard to even imagine I've been here that long. But all the up and down in the economic cycle means when things are slowing down, you work hard for when it picks up. And when it picks up, there's amazing opportunity. For example, I helped all the big American investment banks establish here in Hong Kong and Asia. You know, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs, you know, the whole list of banks. I helped the big professional firms, Ernst & Young and KPMG and PwC, grow. For example, the firm I was with grew from 400 to 10,000 people in the years since I've arrived. All of the big branded companies trying to figure out how to grow and do business, how to negotiate, how to manage a growing business, how to develop their managers for a rapidly growing business into China. They were all pretty much focused on Hong Kong and maybe Singapore, and then suddenly China and Asia exploded. And in the last 20 years, everyone has grown at a crazy rate. I've worked with the airlines, some of the big crises. And after I published my second book on dialogue, I started working with governments and the problems that governments have. And then that attracted the universities, and I started to become a professor at business school. And I work with the NGOs and the charities. But at the heart, you know, I'm still the boy that I was when I arrived in Asia with a backpack on my back. I love adventure, and I love dialogue. And if I can talk to people and learn things in one culture, in one country, and help others in another country, in another culture, then I feel like I've been successful.
Nice. Thank you very much. We are going to know more information in your lecture. So let's see how it works.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.